All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. All right, I just want to do a lesson going into, pretty much the downfall of America. All right, and there's an article. It says, despite protections, mass evictions are predicted. All right, because America, has a pretty much another pandemic that's looming over it. Okay, it just haven't set in. It just haven't took full effect. Okay, and that looming pandemic is, mass evictions. Okay, mass people being casted out of their homes, due to people's inability to pay rent. All right, because we're also in a pandemic that was fabricated by Esau Edom. Okay, because it's in the elites' will, to shut down America, shut down its financial system, so they can revamp it on the beast system. Okay, so they can chip everybody with a RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, but before they implement the cashless society, they have to destroy, the system that's already in place. Okay, and in doing so, that's going to be causing, all kind of disparity to the masses of the people, man. All right, people's going to lose, their homes. People are going to be dirt poor. The money, the currency is going to be worthless. Okay, so people is going to be forced to go to this devil. All right, to get the chip, so they can buy and sell, and they can have a regular life again, so to speak. All right, but we're seeing that the effects. People is hurting right now, and there's a looming crisis. The people's millions of people is facing evictions. All right, so that means they're gonna be out on the streets alone. Okay, so it says direct eviction and foreclosure moratoria recently extended at federal levels. So the government had to extend protections against people that haven't paid their rent due to the coronavirus. All right, the coronavirus pandemic, where the coronavirus pandemic was forced to shut down many stores. Okay, which in return, people that own stores or people that had jobs are out of a job. They're out of occupation. Okay, which that leads in the prophecy of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, the grinding cease. All right, but now these people are facing, losing their home. So I'm continuing to read. It says the country is in for a flood of eventual evictions, according to research collected by Bloomberg. It says the report also explored how, with a current shortage in housing, the eviction bans are costing landlords with tenants. Okay, so the landlords are losing money. Those that own these apartments, or they may own a house that they have people renting out. All right, these different landlords are losing money too. All right, and they have to pay the rent for wherever they live. All right, so America is spiraling down, the sink. Okay, and everything that's happening is all going according to prophecy. It says the loss of homes have been stalled, experts have said in response to the latest presidential election, or presidential action, but not stopped. It says the Census Bureau recently reported that about a third of renters said in July that they had no confidence or slight confidence in their ability to pay for housing in August. With Republicans and Democrats in a stalemate over a next round of economic stimulus measures, experts warn that the country is poised for an eviction crisis of historic proportions. Then it goes on to read about 30 million Americans are at risk of being evicted in coming months. 30 million. All right, that's a lot. It says because they can't pay rent. Okay, and they can't pay rent because America's within the pandemic already. You know, that Esau fabricated the so-called, coronavirus, and that shut down millions of jobs. So this is the trickle down effect, that people is going to lose their homes because they can't pay rent. Okay, what's going to happen then? All right, it's going to lead to people rioting. All right, in America, completely, going under. All right, which Esau is going to roll out the RFID chip in martial law, which the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. But let me get a few scriptures. I don't want to make this too long and just hit the point. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And I'm going to start at 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." So that burning wrath that's kindled over you is speaking of Esau, Edom. All right, because the military and the government, they already know that America's gonna collapse. They're just not telling the masses of the people. All right, they're feeding the masses of the people BS, like to give them false hope. America's gonna bounce back. They're gonna do whatever it takes. All right, but then you also have economic scholars that are saying that America is not gonna come back. Okay, that we're gonna enter into a great recession that's going to ultimately break the economy. All right, but that wrath, is kindled because the ultimately the government know. All right, and what they're doing is they're planning, to infiltrate the streets of America. All right, via martial law. All right, so behind the scenes, that wrath is being kindled. All right, they're preparing to go into the hoods where you Israelites live, you so-called blacks, Latinos, natives, Seminole Indians. All right, and they're trained to shoot and kill, man. All right, so that great wrath is being kindled, is being prepared. The FEMA camps is being prepared, is being kindled. All right, so it says, "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Yeah, those that are on the Esau's red list. All right, those that that Esau's after, which really is mainly you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians. All right, Esau is going to be taking away our people and throwing them in FEMA camps. Okay, and it says and it says, "And take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Yeah, and the things offered unto idols is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, the Lord told us not to take the RFID chip. Okay, the Lord warned us about it. All right, that's the mark of the beast, and the scriptures also say those that keep the Lord's patience, keep the faith in Yahweh Shema Shai and the works, and endure, that Yahweh Shai was going to keep the elect, is going to keep the elect from taking the chip. Okay, so that's where the faith kicks in, which 2/3 of our people don't have. Okay, so they're going to be they're going to take the RFID chip because they want to save their life. They want to go back to a regular life. All right, they want to have money. They want to get out of debt. Verse 69, it says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." Yeah, that judgment is going to hit. All right, because a lot of Jakes is going to be on the streets. All right, a lot of and not just Israelites, it's going to be everybody in America, so-called white people, which are Edomites, these heathens that are still left over here during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, so people's going to be scrambling, to get the chip just so they can, buy a house or they can buy an apartment or pay their rent. All right, so I'm going to continue to read. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." Yeah, because if you receive the chip, that means you're gonna die, via the nuclear missiles or by the laser beams that's coming out of the chariots of the angels, man. Verse 70, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Yeah, and that's speaking of you Israelites. Okay, you so-called blacks, Latinos, natives, Seminole Indians, those Israelites that may look like a heathen nation, all right, but their father's lineage, actually goes back to one of the 12 tribes, all right. That great insurrection is greatly going to be upon you, all right, during Jacob's trouble, all right, because Esau is already saying that you Israelites are the main spreaders of the COVID-19 virus, okay. And on top of that, our people is already considered the poor in the lower state. So how much more is Jake gonna be able, to pay the rent? Esau is gonna go after our people first to try to make them take a vaccine. All right, and a lot of people is gonna take the vaccine, which is gonna inoculate them. All right, and dumb them down. So when Esau presents the chip before them, they're gonna be more susceptible to take it, man. All right. Verse 71, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Yeah, so Esau, he's going to be casting people out of their houses. At least they take the mark of the beast, man. All right. And a lot of people is going to get thrown in the FEMA camp. A lot of Israelites is going to get thrown in the FEMA camp. And in the FEMA camp, that's where they're going to be offering the chip. So, Esau is going to come with that great wrath. They're going to be going door to door. All right. Getting people out of their homes. All right. So, this mass eviction, hey, man, this very well, could lead to martial law, because people's already going to be uprising. People's going to be in a state, of anger, because of the way the economy is going, and millions of people. It says 30 million people face evictions to be out on the streets. That's going to cause Esau to roll out martial law. Okay, you already have a bunch of people rioting. Esau's already considering martial law. So how much more when people got to get up out their homes? People choose not to leave. They saying, the eviction protections is lifted. Now you have to pay the rent, or you got to get kicked out. All right, you think 30 million people is just gonna leave like that? Esau is gonna have to, use force, man. Okay, and by that time, martial law is most likely gonna be fully implemented, man. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to get that part. I'm gonna read down a little bit more. Verse 72: For they shall waste to take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Okay, so the Lord is the Lord's elect. All right, amen. It's going to be tried, man. All right, the furnace of adversity is going to intensify, but Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be with his elect, man. All right, and the elect is going to pass, the test. All right, through faith. All right, and believing upon Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, praying upon the Lord, continuing, to do the works, So, yeah, man, this eviction, this is another pandemic that's looming over America. Okay, that it just haven't set in yet. All right, and pretty much the government don't have any idea how they're going to fix that problem. Okay, how they're going to get people's jobs. All right, and they're just going to let this thing collapse so they can revamp it on the beast system, man. All right, let me get another precept real quick. This is in Ecclesiastes 12. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. Hey, now is the time, to work upon your relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai, to seek the Lord 10 times more. Okay. And to try to do the things that's pleasing unto Yahweh Shema Shai, hopes, to be delivered in those days. Okay. Now is the time to do those things. All right. Because you have a lot of Israelites that know that they're Israelites, but they still haven't changed. They still haven't been renewed in their mind. All right. Because they haven't came back to truly serve the Lord, man. All right. And to learn of him. All right. They just know that they're Israelites, but they still, getting lineups, getting dreads. All right. now is the time to seek the ways of old, man, because verse 2, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Okay, so when you verse 2 is going into how, the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened. That's symbolic, because the Lord is not going to have this truth for going out forever. There's going to come a point in time real soon where this truth is not going to be accessible. The words that pertaineth unto salvation. All right. So now is the time, because once Jacob's trouble hit, that's not going to be the time to seek the Lord, man. All right. Verse 3 says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, so we're living in that time where the keepers of the house, those that watch over the economy, all right, the Dow Jones, they know that this place is through. And on top of that, that the housing economics that go into the housings, all right, is through. All right, there's going to be a stock market crash, on the housing system. So, and plus all these people that are getting evicted. OK, when these people are out of their homes, who's going to fill their place? 30 million people that are leaving their apartments or houses or mortgages, whatever it may be. Who's going to take their place, man? All right. It's just a broken system. So it says the keeper of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Yeah. And this is all happening because there's no jobs out here. All right. So pretty soon the grinding is just going to cease. Everything is going to stop. Everybody's going to be unemployed. All right. And that's going to ensue chaos. That's going to be it's time of Jacob's trouble. And those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, everything's going to be all boarded up. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way. All right, because this is going to be the time during judgment. All right, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to kill masses of people off during this time. All right, it says, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth his long way home, and the mourners go about the streets. All right, and this is going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. It's going to be like, those movies, the Book of Eli, The Road. All right, but it's going to be worse than those movies. All right, it's going to be way worse. And the only ones that are going to be able to stand within that day are going to be the elect, those that are fully depending on Yahweh Shema Shai, because that's the only way you're going to be able to survive in that day. All right, it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay, and that word evils, just wanted to highlight that. Eve meaning bad. Eve meaning time, and ills meaning bad. Okay, so that's a compound word, evil. Eve meaning time, and ills meaning bad. So when those bad times come, okay, it says be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Okay, and just like Yahweh Shai, he had no certain dwelling place. So hey man, the men of the Lord is going to be on the move. Okay, the scriptures say, when ye are persecuted in one city, flee ye to the next. All right, so hey man, we're coming upon that time where we shouldn't be in the comfortable state of mind. We should pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to put even more of a fervent spirit upon us, seeing that the days are short. Okay, this is let me get another precept. This is Micah chapter 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay. Let me get another one. Bear with me. This is Romans chapter 13:11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right. So, hey, man, we're right on the cusp of Jacob's trouble, man. And our salvation is right around the corner. We just have to fight the good fight of faith, because trying times is coming upon the earth. All right. Trying time, hardcore times is coming upon the earth. But the scriptures do say that there's going to be a remnant that's going to be saved, man. And the only way is through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. You know, there's going to be men, women, and children that are going to be saved in this time. So, you know, the Lord is going to be there to comfort his elect. This is Psalm 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And the secret place is this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the faith and belief in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay. You have to live within that secret place. All right. Dwelleth, meaning to remain or to stay. You know, that's one of the synonyms. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty, meaning the protection. Okay. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. So we have to put our trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. And that's what the Lord is doing now, is building our faith up. OK. And also, you know, building our resolve, you know, to seek him even more. Do the things that's pleasing unto the Lord, you know, hold up our end, and the Lord is going to hold up his end, you know, of the bargain. So, you know, with that being said, I want to say, call halal Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashem Chakodash. I pray that this lesson be edifying unto the body of Hamashiach. And I want to say double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and citation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a ball.